My dad's dad remembers the day when he was 8 years old and his family was displaced during the Nakba. He remembers fleeing from his village, Swafir al-Shmaliya, to Gaza. He was in the back of a truck under gunfire as he left his family home. His family story is a bit of a crazy one in general. He left Palestine in 1957 and he relocated to Kuwait in 1962.
In these moments is when you see society really flourish in a way. You see these people come together, and what this has done for me, personally as an individual, I can't describe to all of you in words. It's the feeling of feeling at home, which I actually have never felt my entire life. So thank you, everyone.
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
from the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
You probably know that they're trying to ban this chant because they claim that it's hateful and insightful towards Jews because it calls for the eradication of Israel, or so they say. When you look at the map of Palestine, when you look at Gaza, to the left of Gaza you will see the Mediterranean Sea. And when you go to the West Bank, to the right of the West Bank, you see the Jordan River. Countries like the UK are engrossed in their colonial settler mindset that in their mind, freedom of one group must come at the expense of another. Well, they're wrong.
If you look at the history books, in 1990 there was a war in Kuwait as well. So my dad was born in Kuwait in 1975 and they lived there for 15, 20 years and then had to flee yet again. So they fled to Jordan this time, in Amman, which is where I was born. So it's almost like in my family, each generation has had to flee to a different country. And at the moment I'm in England and it's looking like my children might be born here. And I think that story of that's 3 generations of our family that are all going to have different birthplaces, which is, I think is quite ironic in itself. Like we're constantly searching for something better. We're constantly looking for our children to have a better life than us, which is like the story of so many Palestinians and so many families in Palestine. We can't guarantee the safety even of our children, which is such a basic human right. Everything that I'm feeling all the time comes to the surface. And all of a sudden, all these conversations and all these stories are being shared and about people whose families have gone and people whose houses have been destroyed. It's almost like I enter like a state of mind which It's like a not very healthy state of mind. The next few days after the protest, I don't feel normal, I feel spaced out, I don't feel like I'm present. Life continues, like you go to the protest, I feel all these emotions, and then it's like, cool, let's go home and carry on, and everything's the same again. It might be getting old for some people might be getting fed up of hearing the same calls for action, the same calls for change, but I'm fed up of reading the news every day that 50 Palestinians have died today, that a village has been destroyed, a hospital has been burnt to the ground. And this is what I think, Lee, we don't really understand the magnitude of that if you were there and this was your life, this was your mum, this was your dad. For you to read a news article is completely different for you to be in it. And I feel I'm in it to some degree, but I'm obviously in a completely different privileged position to my family, but it feels like it hits a lot harder for me than a lot of people.
Ladies and gentlemen, just before I allow the open mic to continue, I have an announcement. We will be having rallies, public rallies. Anyone can come down at 5 o'clock every day. And we will be having a communal dinner in the encampment at 6:30 to 7. You're all welcome to come. Everyone is welcome to come, regardless of background, race, creed, religion. Doesn't matter. The more the merrier, and we look forward to having you. So, with that being said, spread the word to your friends, and I'll invite our next speaker, who is great.
United will never be defeated. The students united will never be defeated.
I was born in Jordan, so I was born in Amman, which is the neighbouring country, and our family was displaced in 1967. So my life has been spent in the UK with education, with friends, with family, and all my life I've just heard about everything that's been going on, and I've never really been able to understand until the last few years as I've grown. I'm 20 years old, so now I feel I'm in a place where I'm able to engage with the politics and understand what's going on and really understand the extent to how much we've been fucked over. And I just think that, like, we have such power here and we have such privilege to use our voices, and you can't imagine how it feels to be so far away but still feel like my heart's with these people that I've never met, that I've never
Sometimes I find talking about it impossible. It's like the most important thing in my world that most people I come across are not even concerned about. In a way though, this unprecedented moment of suffering's taken me on my own journey personally. After these last 6 months, I feel such an overwhelming sense of pride to be Palestinian. And despite all of this suffering, the systematic occupation, the feelings of betrayal towards the entire Western world, watching my parents break down at their lowest moments, the lies of the media, the spineless politicians, and the furious in-your-face debates on social media. 2,000 miles away from Gaza, I feel I've discovered my true identity right here in Newcastle. Expressing that in a society which is systematically designed to suppress that part of me and label me an anti-Semite at the very mention of my identity feels so suffocating. But in a moment where I felt further from home than I've ever felt, I found the ultimate form of freedom. It doesn't ask for your passport or whether you condemn Hamas.
I don't think my heart will ever stop breaking for the 2 million in Gaza right now. But after a lifetime of my own disconnect, 20 years of my own cultural crisis, Palestinian Arabic music has been a vehicle for me to feel so much love in my heart and hope for my country, for my culture. When I hear these sounds and the way they have the power to unite my people, for a moment, and just for a moment, I feel at home. Something the Western governments, the Israeli occupation, the British Empire predisposed me, my uncles, aunts and cousins never to feel. It brings me to the surface a feeling that was in me all along. It was always in my blood.
بابا بالشغل عمر بابا 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 ماما
هنالك عند التلال تلال تنام وتصحو على عهدنا هنالك عند التلال تلال تنام وتصحو على عهدنا وانا